Okay, so get this. Microsoft has just unveiled its next big thing, and it's an AI assistant that's designed to, well, feel your vibe. I mean, it can literally smile when you're happy, get serious when you are, and note, trust me, this is not another Clippy.
You know, we've all been there with the old AI assistants, right? They were task-based, super impersonal, kind of clunky. But what Microsoft is pitching here is a totally different future. We're talking about an assistant that's responsive, human-centered, and get this, emotionally aware. That's a huge, huge shift in how they're thinking about this stuff.
All right, so that brings us to the big question. What is this thing? What exactly is Mico?
Okay, so Mico, that's M-I-C-O, is basically the new animated emotional face for Microsoft Copilot. Think of it less like a tool and more like the expressive frontman for the AI. The whole point is to get us past just barking commands and into something that feels like a real interactive conversation.
So what does it look like? Well, when you're talking to Copilot, Mico shows up as this glowing, kind of shape-shifting orb. But here's the kicker. It actually reacts to your tone of voice, to your expressions, all in real time. It's meant to give you this feeling that the AI is, actually present with you in that moment.
So you might be asking, why now? Why is Microsoft suddenly all in on emotion? Well, it really boils down to solving what you could call the Clippy problem. This is their big attempt to finally fix what those old AI assistants got so wrong.
I mean, think about the journey here. It all started with that paperclip we all love to hate, Clippy, way back in 1996. Then that evolved into Cortana, the voice assistant, in 2014. And now, they're pointing to 2025 as the year Mico ushers in the age of the emotional companion. It's a pretty clear evolution, right? This is the next big leap.
And this really gets to the heart of it. They're saying, hey, instead of just making tools that do tasks, we want to build companions that understand us. That's a massive change in thinking. We're moving away from just pure utility and into something that's way more empathetic and human-centered. Okay, so let's get into the weeds a bit. What are Mico's key features? How does it actually turn a boring, sterile interaction into a real conversation?
First up, it's all about those expressive emotions. Mico is literally designed to mirror what it thinks you're feeling, showing visuals for joy or curiosity or just a sense of calm. The effect is supposed to be subtle, but the goal is to make the AI feel more alive, more responsive to you.
It's not just for one-on-one chats either. Mico has this group collaboration mode, so you can bring a bunch of people into a shared Copilot chat, and Mico kind of acts like a moderator, helping manage ideas and visually summing up where the conversation is going. And we're not talking about a small group. This thing is built for scale. Mico can help keep a conversation on track with up to, get this, 32 people all at once. That's pretty wild. Okay, next up is a feature they're calling Real Talk Intelligence. What does that even mean? Well, basically, Copilot is being designed to sometimes push back, to challenge you to think a little deeper. Mico's job is to be the friendly face in that moment. It adds this emotional layer that softens the whole interaction, so it feels less like a robot telling you you're wrong and more like a helpful nudge from a partner. And then there's personal memory. This is a big one. As Copilot gets to know you, your work, what you like, even just your general vibe, Mico becomes the visual representation of that memory. It's a little cue to show you, hey, I remember what we talked about last week. It's all about building context over time.
All right, so those are the features on paper. But what does this actually look like in the real world? How would you really use Mico day to day?
Well, just imagine you're dictating an email. As you speak, you see Mico glowing and reacting to your tone. Or picture this, you're in a team meeting, and instead of someone taking messy notes, Mico is just visually summarizing the main themes of the conversation for everyone to see. Or maybe you're studying for a test, and Mico acts like a visual tutor, reacting as you grapple with a tough concept. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so the big question. When can you actually try this thing? Well, it's scheduled to start rolling out in the US with the fall 2025 Copilot update. After that, the UK, Canada, and India are next on the list. You'll find it in your settings under Appearance, and yeah, don't worry, if it's not for you, you can switch it off anytime.
Which, of course, brings us to the elephant in the room. Is this whole idea creepy, or is it genuinely revolutionary? Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here.
See, Mico isn't just another feature. It's really a statement about where Microsoft thinks AI is headed. The grand vision here is a world where AI doesn't just respond to you, it understands you. They're betting that we're stepping into the emotional age of AI.
So let's just boil it down. We're talking about an AI that can read, interpret, and then react to your feelings. Is that the revolutionary companion we've all been waiting for? Or is it a step way too far into our personal space? That's really the question Mico puts on the table for all of us to think about.